Today we're gonna go over how to make your basic pancakes fluffier and how to make my version of a Japanese souffle pancake. You should call these fun size. Hey, welcome and welcome back. My name is Andrew. I am the number 2 of the team of 2 at makeitdairyfree.com. So I was thinking the other day, yeah, I know, rare occasion, right? There are probably a lot of people out there that just don't know how to make a good vegan pancake, or are making pancakes and saying to themselves, why is this pancake so flat? But now you have a hungry family to feed and you gotta go out to put something on that breakfast table. Now, if you're lucky enough, you're in a house like mine and they not gonna let you live this thing down. You know what I mean? Dad, I know it's getting hot outside, but we're not on the beach. Did you just toss me a frisbee? Dad, did you just take one of Pop Pop's records and put it on my plate? What is this? Dad, where's the hole at? I could probably help pump some air into this thing. Yep, my family. Sometimes the sarcasm is on the other end of the spectrum. Aw, Dad. I had no idea you were making crepes. I thought you said pancakes. Aw, thank you. Oh my God, flatbread pizza for breakfast? Dad, where's the toppings? Who are these kids talking to? Nah, they're not talking to us. Nope. All right, let's get in the kitchen and show them who's bad. Jamon. Okay, it's time to get you ready to come out the kitchen swinging. We're gonna start out by making our flax egg. The flax egg and the next ingredient need just a few minutes to set up, so we're gonna end up doing those first. If you're uncertain what a flax egg is, it's basically the vegan version of an egg, but you don't necessarily cook it. You use this solely as a binder where an egg is typically called for, like quick breads or cookies or even pancakes. A tablespoon of ground flaxseed, a couple tablespoons of water, and then you wait. After that, we're making a vegan buttermilk. Simply some milk and vinegar, and again, you wait. While you have that stuff going, grab the rest of your ingredients out. When ready, add the egg and the buttermilk to the bowl with vanilla, oil, and whisk it together. Whisk until you have a few bubbles incorporated into your batter. What we're trying to do is get a little bit of air trapped inside the mix, and that's gonna help later make our pancakes light and fluffy. Next up are the dry ingredients. This recipe can technically be one bowl. All you do is add the dry stuff on top of the wet stuff, and you're one less dish. Hey, one less dish is one less dish. In a bowl, add your dry stuff, flour, baking powder, salt, and give it a quick whisk. So the reason I put up with an extra dish is because I actually like to mix my flour in 2 parts. To ensure a dense-free pancake, you wanna basically fold the wet stuff and the dry stuff together. Now, if you've been here before, you will kind of have an idea what the batter's supposed to look like. So you could definitely mix instead of fold. But if you're a novice to making pancakes, or ultimately just want to be really careful, then definitely fold until everything's incorporated. From here, you want your batter to rest for a few minutes to help build up some of that reaction between the vinegar and the baking powder and stuff like that. From here, add some oil in the skillet. I like to use vegan butter instead of using vegan oil because I like that hint of butter flavor in the final product. Pour your batter on the skillet and give it roughly about 2 minutes to cook. Now, you don't want to base this entirely off of time. So what you're looking for is bubbles to be on top that have popped but not closed, ultimately leaving teeny holes on the surface. So when it's time to flip the pancake over, it's literally in the flick of the wrist. You don't want to flip the pancake so hard that you're slamming it back onto the skillet. The reason you don't want to do that is because you're going to lose all the bubbles that were incorporated into the pancake. And those bubbles are actually what helps it get some lift to get a nice thick pancake, which are light and fluffy. What you want to do is you want to be very controlled with your flip. Don't go too slow, because too slow means the pancake will slide off whenever you're turning over. Once you get the pancake onto the other side, give it roughly about a minute or so and you should be good to go. Okay, so let me just say these pancakes definitely take just a little bit of practice to conquer. These things are super awesome, extra fluffy. It's almost like someone made you like a personal cake. So this time around, with your wet ingredients, we're actually going to use a beater with a whisk attachment. This will help us get all the air possibly into the wet stuff, making it nice and frothy. As for the dry stuff, only a few changes this time around. If you have cake flour, you can use that. If you don't, you can use all-purpose flour with some cornstarch. Next tip here to help keep this light and fluffy, we're going to sift all of the dry ingredients into the wet stuff. This is gonna help ensure that all the particles of dry stuff is separated as much as possible. When mixing together, carefully combine them slowly until just incorporated. We want to try to keep as much air as possible into the batter. When cooking, we're going to use biscuit cutters or cookie cutters that are circular. You honestly could probably do this with like any shape that isn't too intricate. This way you can make something pretty cool for the kiddos or yourself. Butter the interior of the cutter, then add it into the skillet for a few seconds to heat up. Then pour your batter right in. The same cooking idea here. You're looking for all those little bubbles at the top. So now we're going to flip. I like to push the cutter to the side of the pan where it kind of lifts right up and I can get the spatula right underneath. I cook a lot, so my hands don't feel heat as much, but I would definitely recommend getting some gloves or maybe some mitts when using this kind of method. Once again, it is all in the wrist for the flip. After you practice a few times, you'll definitely be able to nail it. I really hope you guys get a chance to make these and they turn out awesome. Send some pics so we can feature you on the gram. Now that you know how to make some boss type pancakes, head to the kitchen and get your mojo back. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow us. Please be safe. Wishing you the best for you and your family, and believe in good. Peace.